Oh, why, hello. Welcome. We're right at the cusp, I think, of spring and summer practice. So let's give this a little bit more springtime time, a little bit of this like squeeze to the digestive system, side body movements, twists, all good stuff for spring, helping us detoxify, just move the heaviness and stagnation of springtime into the. So if spring is upward expansive energy, think the shoots pushing up out of the ground, reaching for the light of the sun. Summer season, I know where I am, is getting a little summery. It's like right on the cusp, I would say, but I'm a little bit more south here in Morocco. Summer season is total expansion energy in all directions, right? It's our most expressive season. It's the height of the yang energy. And so interesting to conceptualize this because it's the height of the solar energy. It is the most depleting time of the year. So funny, right? We've got all the energy and it's the most depleting. People are out of school, rhythms are changing, things are outside, we're enjoying the cafes, all the things, we're in the park, flowers and trees and all the things, unless you climate change happen to be in one of these places where it's just constantly dumping rain. Yep, there's that too. Everything's running in flames. But just back on this overall concept of 360-degree expansive energy, we are expressing, and we have a lot of solar energy in the day, right? The sun rises early, sets later, and we're not even at the peak of that yet. Peak of that is coming in another handful of days, 20th, 21st of June, right? So today, I believe, is the 11th of June. I think I have that right. So we've got another 10 days to peak yang energy. So right now, yes, it's spring, and we're going to be hitting peak yang energy, summer solstice. So we got all the daylight, all the time in the world for all the fun. We're going to start on yin surface. Let's come all the way down to the floor, come onto our backs. Let's loosen from there, and we'll see where our practice floats for us from here. Come all the way down, yin surface here on the floor. Use this as an opportunity to locate the breath, to expand the breath. To feel into the places where the breath is flowing, and then feel into the places where we could expand, but you don't have to force anything. It's just sense of possibility. We could breathe into there, we could expand. Last couple of weeks, we've also been exploring a fair bit of womb yoga. It's all like if we're going to do a therapeutic movement practice, it also is all womb yoga. So that's fun. Bring the hands into simple yoni mudra. So thumbs touching, index fingers touching, and the hands turn downwards. Bring that onto the womb space. So I'm right here on my belly. Allow the weight of the hands and the heat from the hands to bring the mind here. Breathe into the lower abdomen, in and around the organs, all the way down to the base of the pelvic bowl. thinking about the anatomy, all the sides and surface areas of the pelvic bowl with your breath. Use the breath as a tool of investigation. Feeling into the depths of the pelvic bowl, all the way down to the base. Feel the whole right side of the pelvic bowl. And the left side of the pelvic bowl. You've got the body resting onto the floor. You could easily feel into the back part of the pelvic bowl. And I say that, and then I want to retract that language as well, because sometimes we have these blockages, sort of like veils or screens to places in the body. So if it feels like, oh, how do I breathe into the back part of my pelvis? Just kind of wiggle a little and feel the pelvis, feel the floor underneath you. And then send the breath to the floor. The simple practice is so deeply therapeutic. This ability to breathe to places in the body increases the flow of fluid and fluid-filled spaces, moves, circulates blood and lymph and nutrient fluid and joint lubricating fluid. Increases chi, life force energy in the place. This being the center of the body, the seat, center of gravity in the body, this will expand through the whole of the body. Perhaps a softness can be felt underneath the hands. Releasing the hands, take the arms overhead, have a big stretch to the body. Bring the hands up from the shoulders, bringing it to little zigzag twist. Inhale in the center, exhale, drop both knees to the side, turn the head in the opposite direction and have a rest here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, opposite side, turn the head. Breathe into the pose, breathing, holding, resting, relaxing. So that's the thing about summer. We tend to hit it too hard. Guess what we should be doing in summer? Resting. Doing young activities, playing, rejuvenating, frolicking, enjoying the bounty. But what a lot of us do, let's switch sides and now, is we hit summer like super hard. Very American style as well. You know, we've been pent up, working so hard. It's the vacation time. If children are part of your life, then again, this time frame of the summer break. Next, inhale to the center. Exhale, twist. And just breathe and hold. Couple breaths here. Okay, next inhale, we're back to the center. Draw the knees in towards the chest, give the legs a hug. Yeah, I got it in my ears, buddy. I can't do it all. Teaching a class. And just start to explore low back, sacrum. I'm feeling into all the tight places, right at the top of the hip. And I'm just adding a little gentle rocking movement. I'm going to use that breath that I've been cultivating. I'm breathing into tight places, breathing into the back, side joint, bottom ribs. It's really giving something at the moment. And I'm just going to do this gentle rocking motion and breathing into the space. And I'm encouraging some loosening, some releasing. Coming into circles, knees move away, knees move in towards the chest. I did get some loosening through that gentle wiggles. Gentle shaking. And I'm gonna see, can I share, spread the love here. Throughout the low back, let's go in the opposite direction. Let the knees move away, let them come in towards the chest. And breathe, breathe into the anatomy of the back. Take this from side to side. Use the elbows to push yourself up. Massaging the kidneys. Let's keep working with this sacrum, this low back. So now we're doing figure eight. So one knee moves in towards the chest at a time. And move through the whole of the low back. And then let's take this in the opposite direction. Nice. Feet come down onto the floor. Let's do another one of these shaky, reflexy kind of moves. So just in a comfortable position here, feet towards the bum, and we're gonna move through the spine, like up and down. We're gonna sustain this for a little bit. Like a minute or two even. So I'm rocking, I'm using my feet very gently, pushing my spine up and down. And we want to find the right amount, the right effort, so that this is going to get in between every single spinal vertebra. So these shaking, rocking, wiggling type movements, bouncing type movements, activate reflexes, activate fascia. So you want a little gentle, like you should feel this all the way up to the base of the skull. Like the chin is slightly moving. I'm gonna keep going. I just noticed some relaxation around my diaphragm. Diaphragm can hold lots of tension. So I love these kind of shaking movements as part of womb yoga, because we can release anatomy of the pelvic bowl and adjacent anatomy through these gentle, gentle movements. Keep going. Feeling something in my upper mid back, like upper back region, right in the midline. At the occiput, where the head meets the neck. A little bit longer. Feeling something around the tailbone right now. Radiating, like mirroring up at the occiput as well. Just gonna do this for a little bit longer. Start to slow down and come all the way to a stop. You could keep the knees bent. You could straighten the legs, but we want to have a couple minutes, at least a minute here, of just rest and relaxation and feeling all the movement in the body. Lots of movement. Couple zigzag twists, arms out to the side. Let's see, anything has loosened. Couple times to each side. Inhale in the center, exhale. Inhale and out. Straightening both legs, stretch the arms overhead, big stretch through the body. Some spontaneous wiggles, perhaps. Arms coming down by the sides of the body. We're going to do Pavanuttanasana, so the knee to chest, toxin releasing pose, wind releasing pose. So we're going to bring right leg up about 45 degrees, bend at the knee, clasp the hands on the knee, and draw the knee in towards the chest. Flex both feet and enjoy these breaths here. Next inhale, stretch back out and down. Left leg inhales up, knee to chest, flex both feet. Enjoy lots of movements in the low back. Those wiggly moves do a lot. They're kind of magical. Let's go back to the first side. Inhale. Inhale and exhale. You don't have to do that leg lift. You could just bend the knee and draw the knee in towards the chest. If you're going to skip that leg move, just bring the foot onto the floor. Switch sides. You're going to go to each side one more time. Right leg lifts or just draws inwards. Flexing both feet. Next, inhale. Out and down, switching sides. And inhale, stretch it out and down. Make some windshield wipers in between. Another stretch of the arms overhead. Okay, so just lengthening, right? Giving space. Satya Madasana bridge pose. We're going to do dynamic variation. Feet are in line with hips. We inhale, lifting hips towards the ceiling. Exhaling, melting towards the floor. Let's alternate. Inhale. Down. Beautiful movement here. for the whole of the spine as well as the organs of the pelvic bowl and anatomy of the pelvic bowl. Nice. We're coming all the way down. Stretch both legs. Give a windshield wipers. And some little bouncing. Single leg twist. Arms are out to the sides. We're going to inhale first. Bring right knee to the outside. Turn the head in the opposite direction. And we bring things back to the center. Exhale across the body. Turning the head in the opposite direction. Inhale back to center. So we are also doing, we're going to keep alternating sides, left leg, first to the outside. So we're also doing a whole yoga therapy series for the low back. Really good for just constriction, the constriction of being seated in chairs, working on computers, sciatica. That's going to include hip pain. Good for what we're working on internally in the pelvic bowl, this awareness around muscle structure inside the pelvic bowl and then the adjacent structures. Move with your breath. Feel like holding. Inhaling back to center. We're going to go to each side one more time. Right? If you're discovering like that little rocking movement, that was doing it for me. That was giving me something really helpful. You can rock in any pose. No, it's not traditional yoga. The traditional yoga style is all about stillness in the pose. But if we just kind of think about little movements, not to overstretch, but to bring flow and fluidity into the anatomy, whether that's a joint space, whether that's an attachment site of a tendon, ligament, or muscle. I'm just giving a little rocking movement here. Not really trying to go deeper into the twist, just move within the place where I am in the twist. And we're back to center. Nice stretching both legs. What should we for? Take a pause here and just feel all over the body. From here, one more twist. We introduced this twist last week. It's from the vault of yoga therapy exercises from years ago. This is another inhale in the center. Exhale, exhale over to the opposite side. Do I've got 4. I drink away. That switch that to the side. Little feelings differences on the 2 orientation. Inhale. Exhale. One more to each side. Nice. Come on back to the center. Give that a little processing time. Stretch both legs. A moment of stillness, processing. And let's take our time to make space. Nice. Gently roll to a side. If you need to, I'm going to bring my head towards you. So I'm doing a whole 180 thing. Come right into Advaasana. Reversed corpse pose. Forehead on the floor. Hands together, feet together. Melt into the floor. Bring the hands into shoulders width. Half locust pose. We're going to breathe, inhaling, lifting right arm and left leg off the floor, exhaling down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Let's alternate sides. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more to each side. Amazing therapeutic pose. So simple. Rest in Advaasana, reversed corpse, melt into the floor. Baby cobra, hands by the sides of the chest. Inhale, lifting with the upper back muscles. Roll the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Your spine really thanks you for this pose. Inhale, exhale all the way down. Let's do that a couple times. Inhale. Roll shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale on down. Nice. Right from this baby cobra, come into Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders, lifting up. Ah, something about this pose feels amazing today. Breathing, holding, resting, relaxing. This is a resting pose. Even more restful, crocodile pose. Chin into the hands, elbows on the ground. At least 10 good breaths. That's about a minute. You could cultivate the time that you hold this pose upwards of 5, 8, even 10 minutes. And we can get into some very deep therapeutic effect here. Mm. Could hold that a lot longer. Let's take a big breath in. Ease these elbows forward. Take a breath for some Advasana. And then we're gonna bend these elbows, bring the hands in front of the face, draw the right leg upwards towards 90 degrees and a little bit out. Beautiful stretch here for piriformis, getting like letting the sciatic nerve breathe in this pose. Lots of options with the arms. You could just hang out here in the center, or you could pivot just the arms. The trunk stays where it is to the side, bringing the hands, the head in between the hands. You could also pivot far enough that the elbow rests on the thigh, but that's too much for me personally. So I'm just letting you know the options. Again, at least 10 breaths. One of my most favorite therapeutic poses. We can definitely hang out here a lot longer. If your arms are to the side, draw them back to center. Let your leg float away. And just feel centered, even on two sides. And then we're going to draw opposite leg upwards. And we want to see if we can repeat on the second side what we did on the first side. So we're in the center. Do we have a pivot of the arms? Bringing the hands back to the center. Taking a big breath. Exhale, slowly releasing. Advasana, reverse corpse pose. Using hands, elbows, or whatever is needed to push yourself up and back into child's pose. Any wiggles through here that feel good. Some movement to the shoulders. Walking the fingertips forward. Working ourselves up into Vajrasana, awesome diamond pose. From here, just taking a breath here. This is a spine neutral position. Could be tough on the knees and ankles and tops of feet. But for the spine, no pressure, no gravity in that sense. Just feel your spine here. Breathe into the spine. Here, breathing into the spine, we might feel like moving the spine. Little thoracic movement. Inhale just forward. Tuck the chin. Come back to neutral. Ear to shoulder. Wiggle the jaw. Tuck the chin, roll up to the shoulder, down to the middle. Inhale up to the shoulder, down to the middle. Relax the jaw. Lioness mane is getting in the way a little bit. Nice inhale, exhale, child's pose. Maybe widen the knees this time. Should always stack the forearms. Wide knees. Diamond pose. Excellent pose for the pelvic bowl. Toes are touching in back. Could be challenging. Bringing the knees. Yeah, we're not very far from lion pose. Bringing the knees back towards one another. One leg turns out, one foot comes onto the floor. And we're balancing here. Some options with the hands, chin mudra. I forget the name of this pose, but it's a way I like to sit quite often. And we might be playing around a little in the pose, finding that balance between the two. You could try that on the other side. One foot on the ground. Might find differences on the two sides. Very dynamic yogini type pose. And just bring it on back, seated. Stretch both legs. Make someone chilly first. Hands combined. Wiggle the legs. I'll do a few knee pull-ups. We're just hanging out in the diamond pose for quite a while. So let's oil the knee. Nice couple classic springtime poses from the seated repertoire. Let's bring right foot in. Pressing on the inside, left foot is flexed. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, reach forward, Janusasana. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, back up. Down. And today I'm not sitting on anything. I often like to be seated on something. If I had a firm blanket, I would definitely be there. But I saw these firm blankets that I liked hand woven in the market. They're awfully large. And there's no space in the suitcase for it. Alas. Next inhale, back up. Exhale down, both legs are extended. Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. Give a little sweep to the flesh, right? Get those sit bones right there on the floor. Both feet flex. You could always micro bend the knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, stretch forward. What you like to stretch today. Next inhale. All the way up. Exhale down. Let's bring right foot over the left, wrapping with the left arm. So right leg, left arm into the twist. Could be wrap around the elbow. We could bring that elbow to the outside. Nice breath in. Exhale, center. Let's do opposite leg. Left leg, right arm. Again, could be wrapping with the elbow. Could be elbow to the outside. Nice breath in. Exhale, back to center. Stretching both legs, make some windshield first. A little bit of wide leg stance. Bringing, just turning to the right, breathing in. Exhale a little bit forward. Inhale, center, exhale. Up. Inhale, up. Exhale to the center. As much as you like, breathing, holding. Next inhale. We're coming back up, side bend. Inhale, both arms up, back to either elbow and topper into the center. And back all the way down. We're going to do that Janushasana variation. That's a side bend. That's also really amazing for reproductive organs, pelvic bowl. So bring that left leg, whichever, inside. My right leg is extended, so opposite arm. Right leg out, left arm up, and reaching. Side bend. Exhale back up. All the way down. Come back to wide leg stance. You've got that measurement there. Bring the right leg in. And inhale back. Exhale down. Both legs extend. Windshield like bird. Maybe we're just folding into Sukhasana. Easy pose. And feeling into the body. In this pause, in this moment of stillness, we might listen into what the body says comes back. A little rest. Meditation. Pranayama. Something creative. Or this was our pause. We're going to get into the next part of our day. This is a pretty awesome therapeutic practice. So if you're enjoying this as a recording, I just enjoy this practice.